Hi, if you're getting into this video, I recommend using the subtitles to better help you guys understand me. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was released in 2019 with a Metacritic score of 79, which is undeniably great. However, for some reason I thought it was much higher. Maybe it's because of how much praise the game received for its combat, graphics, and the story. Or perhaps I just assumed it was considered one of the greatest Star Wars games ever made. Either way, I went into this game with high expectations and it didn't disappoint. Before playing, I had one big question: do you need to watch, read, or play any Star Wars medium to enjoy this game? The answer is no. This is a character-driven story rather than a plot-focused one. Sure, there are a few Star Wars specific terms like the Force and some items within the game that has unique names. But overall, the developers does a great job of making everything understandable, even if you're completely new to the universe. So, if you're interested in the game purely for the story, I would still highly recommend it. Now that we have cleared that up, let's get into the real question. Is this game just good, or is it truly great? That's what I'm here to answer in this review. I'll be breaking down the good, the bad, and my overall opinion to help you decide if Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is worth your time. One of the strongest aspects of Jedi Fallen Order is its story, which massively follows the hero's journey to tell a deep emotional and personal tale. Watching Cal struggle with his trauma and gradually regain his confidence is incredibly compelling. The more he opens up and heals, the more powerful he becomes, both as a Jedi and as a person. Along the way, he gains loyal friends who support him, which makes his growth feel even more rewarding. The main villain, named the Second Sister, is also a standout. Instead of being a random last-minute antagonist, she has a direct history with the main cast, which makes her conflict with Cal feel even more personal. Her frequent appearance throughout the game was a great decision, as many narrative-driven games failed by introducing the villains too late, expecting the players to care about them without proper build-up. Another highlight is Seal, who serves as a mentor to Cal. She's not just there to guide him, as she's also on her own journey of healing and battling her past mistakes while learning to forgive herself. Seeing her and Cal fight side by side later parts of the game was an incredible moment. While the other characters are good, they don't receive nearly as much development as Cal, Seal, and the Second Sister, which is a bit of a missed opportunity. The combat in Jedi Fallen Order is one of the strongest features, offering a mix of Souls-like difficulty, fast-paced lightsaber action, and Force abilities that make every encounter feel dynamic and rewarding. While it takes clear inspiration from Dark Souls and Sekiro, it still manages to maintain the fluidity and cinematic feel expected from a Star Wars game. The game also gives players access to multiple lightsaber styles, including single blade, double blade, and dual wielding, each with its own advantages. The single blade stance is great for one-to-one fights, the double-bladed excels at crowd control, and the dual wielding allows for fast and aggressive attacks. Switching between these mud fights makes the combat feel calculated and engaging. On top of the lightsaber combat, the game lets players unlock Force abilities, such as Force Pull, Push, Slow, and Jedi Flips, adding depth and versatility to battles. Being able to pull an enemy towards you to stab them mid-air and then deflect an incoming blaster bolt all in one fluid motion makes you feel like a true Jedi. The game includes over 40 enemy types, from stormtroopers and droids to alien beasts and elite inquisitors, each with unique attack patterns. The mini-bosses and bosses are especially well designed, requiring precise parrying, dodging, and counter-attacks, rather than simple button mashing. While the difficulty can be challenging, the game includes multiple difficulty options, allowing players to adjust enemy aggression to suit their playstyle, whether you want a brutal Souls-like experience or a more casual Jedi fantasy. The visuals in Jedi Fallen Order still holds up well in 2025, thanks to strong art design and detailed environments. Unlike many other AAA games that prioritize realism but lack personality, this game blends realistic textures with a distinct Star Wars art style, making each world feel vibrant and immersive. The lighting and weather effects like fog, rain, and sandstorm enhances the atmosphere, making exploration visually engaging. Character models and facial animations are also impressive, with Cal's expressions feeling natural and emotional, adding depth to the story. BD-1 and other droids also feature subtle wear and tear, adding realism to the game. While not cutting edge, the detailed textures, smooth animations, and dynamic plot physics helps the game still look fantastic on modern hardware, whether that's on next-gen consoles or PC with higher resolutions and frame rates, making the experience even better. Jedi Fallen Order proves that strong art design matters more than just graphical power, making it visually appealing even years after release. While Jedi Fallen Order excels at storytelling and combat, its world design and technical issues hold it back from being a truly flawless experience. The developers aimed for a Dark Souls-inspired interconnected world, but the execution was flawed, making navigation more frustrating than engaging. One of the biggest issues is the overly complex level design. Instead of feeling rewarding to explore, many areas become a chore to navigate, with long backtracking sections that lack fast travel. A 3D hollow map meant to help with navigation only makes things worse, as it's difficult to read, and distinguishing between accessible paths and blocked off areas is confusing. More than once I found myself wandering in circles, unsure of where to go next. On the technical side, Jedi Fallen Order launched with numerous bugs, glitches, and some which persist even after patches. Frame rate drops, pop-in textures, and animation stutters are noticeable, especially in larger areas. While none of these are game-breaking, they do break immersion. There are also occasional crashes and clipping issues, making some platforming sections unintentionally frustrating. Despite these issues, the game remains highly enjoyable, but a more polished world design and technical refinement could have elevated even further. Overall, Jedi Fallen Order is a great game that still holds up in 2025. With its engaging story, deep combat mechanics, impressive art design, it delivers an experience that both Star Wars fans and newcomers can enjoy. The game's use of hero's journey to tell a personal and emotional story makes it stand out amongst other Star Wars titles, while the challenging but rewarding combat keeps the players engaged throughout the adventure. That said, it's not without its flaws. The level design can be frustrating with convoluted pathways and a confusing 3D map, and there are still minor bugs that may interrupt gameplay. However, these issues don't overshadow the game's strengths. If you haven't played Jedi Fallen Order yet, it's definitely worth picking up, especially now it's often available at a discount or included in a gaming subscription. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, the strong narrative, well-designed combat, and beautiful environments make it a fantastic action-adventure game in its own right. Whether you're playing it for the first time or revisiting it, Jedi Fallen Order remains one of the best Star Wars games ever made, and a must-play for action-adventure fans. Thank you for watching this video. Leaving a like, comment, and subscribing would mean a lot. Also, see you guys next week with another review.